LBS 2 years later, is it actually worth the £45,000? So like many students, I was drawn by LBS' prestigious reputation, incredible placement with promising salary exit. So if you look at different rankings, you will find figures ranging from 100k to 120k per year, 3 years after graduation only. Furthermore, I wanted to move to London, one of the most dynamic cities in Europe for business. The place where mature businesses thrive and new businesses are born, with around 200,000 startups opening in the city every year. The opportunities to network with leaders and investors right on your doorstep is limitless. I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but first I wanted to become a consultant to acquire exposure early on to senior level management and polish my business acumen fast. So because LBS MIM cohort places 40% of their students into strategic consulting, and a lot of them are, top consulting firms such as Roland Berger, Kearney, McKinsey, Bain, BCG, etc., I decided to go all in for LBS. So now, the real question, is LBS MIM actually worth £45,000? So let me give you my honest opinion after being there. So I was in LBS MIM cohort 2023, and the first thing that was crazy about LBS was the number of different nationalities in my class. So a lot of business schools sells the cosmopolitan aspect of the program, but after comparing with experiences from friends at HSC, ESSEC, INSEAD, LSE, LBS is actually one step ahead. I would argue it's probably the most international business school you'll find outside of the US. Indeed, I was literally studying with people from everywhere. India, China, Latin America, Germany, Uzbekistan, France, you name it. They're really big on cultural exposure. They want people who speak multiple languages, who've lived in different countries, who can bridge different cultures. That's what they're looking for in application. So in your study group, you'll be working with people from completely different backgrounds. One day you're learning about Chinese business practice from your classmate who worked there, and the next day someone's explaining how deals work in Latin America, for instance. The real value comes from building a truly global network. Those conversations over coffee between classes is what makes LBS. Whether you want to do business in Mumbai or start a company in Sao Paulo, chances are you have a classmate who can actually help you. So during my time at LBS, I found myself surrounded by an incredible network of peers. In my class, I sat alongside members of very influential European business families, children of sometimes billionaires, and heirs to major entrepreneurial dynasties from Lebanon, Morocco, etc. In my cohort, everyone was super driven toward different paths, some into finance, over into consulting, and a few even building their own ventures. While we all shared the same ambition to succeed, I learned way much from my classmates' deep business background as I did from our lectures. Their insight into entrepreneurship and business, an invaluable part of my LBS experience. This connection and conversation with peers who grew up in the business world shaped my understanding far beyond what any textbook could teach. One other notable aspect of LBS, which can be either a limitation or an advantage, depending on your perspective, is its distinct corporate cultural bubble. So the school has a very strong bias toward traditional high finance career, particularly investment banking and strategic consulting. While this focus creates excellent opportunities for students pursuing this path, it can sometimes overshadow other career aspects. And in my opinion, I thought it was a bit of a shame. The dominance of finance in the school culture is partially striking, especially when you consider the often unsustainable lifestyle of investment banker. So witnessing the intense work schedule and pressure this professional endure makes one question if this is truly the optimal career path. So I would say half of my friends are actually in investment banking or private equity, and looking at the vast majority of them, I actually wonder if the school, I would say, very, very strong emphasis and very strong encouragement for a student to actually pursue a career in this field is actually a good thing or not. Especially because for those pursuing alternative careers such as entrepreneurship or startup, like me, for example, the experience can feel a bit isolating. Your peers might struggle to relate to or fully understand your chosen path, as it deviates completely from the conventional LBS trajectory. So my advice here would be to stay true to your personal career aspiration and don't let your choice be overly influenced by the school's focus on ranking-friendly career placement or by the career path of your super academically accomplished classmate. So your professional journey should align with your own goals and value and not the expectation of your family or your classmates or your professors. Anyway, I had some extraordinary experiences in the classroom, but also at event or also while traveling. I'd met incredible people, including some now that are very close friends of mine. I traveled to San Francisco, Paris, Los Angeles, Shanghai, Dubai, Madrid, all over the UK. I made friends with, classmates from the UK, France, Italy, Spain, Greece, Lebanon, India, the US, and more. I studied entrepreneurship and I've since launched my own startup. And now I have business contact and friends in every major city in the world. So coming back to the original question, is LBS MIM worth the 45k investment? I would say that the answer isn't straightforward. The value of LBS goes far beyond the impressive salary figures and career placement. What you're really investing in my opinion, is a transformative experience that shaped not just your career, but your global perspective. The true worth of LBS MIM lies, I would say, in three key elements. First, the unparalleled international exposure, the powerful network you built from future industry leaders to children of very influential families, the prestigious brand name that, opened doors worldwide, of course, the prestige. And third part, I would say that it's very crucial to understand that the program EV focus on financing consulting might not highlight with everyone career aspiration and personal choice. For me, despite choosing an entrepreneurial path that diverged from the conventional LBS trajectory, the diverse perspective I gained from my classmate, the global connection I forged and confidence I developed in navigating different personal culture have proven very valuable in launching my own startup. So if you're considering LBS MIM, remember that while the program provides an exceptional platform, the true return on your investment will depend on how well you leverage these opportunities and stay true to your personal goals. So whether you're aiming for a career in consulting, finance, or entrepreneurship, LBS can provide, I would say, the foundation, but it's up to you to chart your own course. Hope you enjoyed this video and don't hesitate to check out my other videos that discuss how you can improve your application files to business school, or my Instagram where I share material, personal notes, example of successful essays to Harvard, HEC, Wharton for free. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one and take care.